You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
Meek Mill.
Yeah, what's up?
Meek Mill.
What's poppin'?
Album Championship is out right now.
It's a great time.
Why people
Amazing project.
Why people acting like this a comeback album or something?
I don't know. They was tripping for a minute, you know? People be tripping sometimes.
But they acting like it's like you was down and out, like done or something.
That's what they was on. Right?
I would say down and out.
Let's not forget.
Let's not
forget. That's what they was acting. We're going to be humble about the situation because I'm just grateful to be able to make money and do what I do. But
people thought it was over.
But you
But
put
they
out
own-
music
I wouldn't
since
say
is what I'm
over.
saying.
no, I'm just saying that I believe
like,
that people rooting for me in a great way. They seeing all I've been through, and then, you know, I prevailed, came through all of it. When I came home, I was doing a lot of good. People like, we just need the music. It was taking a long time, and then we delivered.
And I think you delivered with this album. Let's talk about the mind frame of this album and who A&R'd it. Because listening to this album, it was a well A&R'd, well put together.
I A&R my own albums. I got A&R from Atlantic Dollars. We help each other out, but like I'm responsible for everything. I be doing how I do it. Dollars, of course, bring what he brings to the table. I've been working with him for like the whole time since I've been signed to Atlantic, and you know he bring a lot to the table. But what's A&R in this situation? What you mean by that?
Right, what was the mind frame? Because it was like everything, I'm listening to the beats, and the beats sound well planned out, well manicured. The lyrics, the artists that are on there, everything just sounds to the T.
No, we just spent relentless nights though, really like trying to get a great track listen and really put it together the right way. Like 2 days before my album came out, probably a week, I called all my real friends from back in the day that was in the basement with me, like, yo, I'm about to put together my playlist. Come to the studio real quick. Let's pick people that ain't gonna hold back. People gonna be like, man, that's corny right there. I don't like that one. I don't like the song right here, and really put it together. And then me and Dallas and Cruz probably do one. Then we brought Guru in. Guru was like mixing my songs, and he an OG, so I take everybody's opinion, really.
Do you feel pressure to top the Dreams and Nightmare intro every time you do an intro?
No, I want to though. You know, I don't feel pressure to because it's my work, and I think it's probably a little pressure even trying to compete with that type of intro, but it don't really matter.
On the intro to this one, you say you can't even fuck you so rich you can't even fuck a chick raw.
No,
what does that mean, Meek?
That mean that I'm getting so much money I don't want to have sex with girls I'm not in a relationship raw.
No raw Meek.
I mean, somebody was having a back and forth. Man, somebody was having a conversation about that the other day. That was like, that's impossible. I'm like, no, it's not impossible to be having sex with condoms on. What you mean it's impossible?
You don't stick it in and then put it on?
No.
What?
I'm just asking. Some
Do
people
you do that?
What the hell are you
Let
talking
niggas
about?
stick it in you
No,
and then
I'm just asking.
Nobody do no shit like that.
What are you talking
Do you
about?
let niggas stick it in you and then put it
No,
on?
absolutely not.
So what made you
It's
come
not a
up
good
with
idea
that?
because they have the
You've
premature.
definitely done it before.
Yeah,
There's the
we thought
premature
about
thing that you could get pregnant from, the premature ejaculation.
What is you
I just want to
talking
make
about?
sure.
Yeah, it ain't even about no pregnancy. You don't want no disease, no nothing. People be nasty
You
out
can get
here.
disease from other things too.
So that's what I'm saying. You said so. How poor do you have to be to smash a chick raw? Is that a poor people thing? Or what you saying?
No, I'm just saying I got a rich mind frame. Even before I had money, I was like that though.
Okay.
I only got one kid. I had a kid by the girl I was messing with. I ain't just going around and just letting these girls feel me, and I ain't taking that risk like that.
You almost slipped though. You said you almost slipped up, but that was just for falling in love.
No, yeah, like you know how you dealing with some girls in the street, and you know you like them girls a lot, but they might not just be for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? And
Her numbers matter, but do your numbers matter? Like the amount of bodies?
yeah, if she wanted to, that's me. If she want my numbers to count, and that's a part of her application where you can't have this many bodies. Me, I'm just like, yo, you can't knock down people that's in my world, a bunch of people in my world.
That's hard right now.
Yeah, you gotta like lay it out. No, it ain't really hard. No, it's not hard. You
The
think
industry
it's
is
hard?
very
No,
incestual.
the industry
though.
is, there's a
It's like
lot.
everybody
It seems like
fucking
it's
the same
everybody
people.
pass it around in the
Yeah,
industry.
you don't gotta have no girl in the industry though. Who said that?
You have some bodies you wish you could take back? Like, man, I would take my dick back if I could.
No, no. I don't got nobody. I be like probably back in the day from my neighborhood or something like that. I just was talking about that. Me and my homies around had some girl houses and shit. So some girls, they always be on the step, but they wasn't out there. We just was reminiscing. I'm like, I know them girls and they're probably like, Meek Mill ain't nobody. I used to fuck him anytime I went to, and we just laugh as we roll by.
Cause Charlamagne showed me one too one day. He used to smash, and my goodness,
Man.
I got a few. I got some heavy body, some heavy set body.
yeah, his is a heavy set one.
You spent a weekend in jail. You just want to knock something off real quick, man.
I spent 5 months in jail.
See?
You know what I mean? So at this time it wasn't crazy, but back in the day I was coming home doing some wild stuff.
Who was almost slipped up about though? Cause she can't be happy, Meek.
No, that's probably about a group of chicks though. That's about a group of them at one time. If I dealt with you before in the past, and that probably was the reason I released you.
You do got some great records on this album though, like Trauma. You talk about your Celly's mom dying. Was that a true story?
Yeah, I've been in situations like that, and it wasn't really actually my celly. A guy was on the block was like, "Yo, could I use your phone call? My mom just passed away."
Damn.
I let him use a 3-way, call his family, do what he did. Yeah.
Can you always tell when you handed in this album? Could you tell what was going to be the big moments that everybody was going to be talking about on social media?
Of course, the Jay-Z moment was going to be a big moment. I thought just having Jay-Z rapping over What's Beef was a big moment. Meek Mill and Cardi, a big moment. I think me and Drake, big moment. What else?
What was that first conversation with you and Drake? How did that happen?
Everybody used to always try to link us up and shit. So, when we first talked, we're like, yo, everybody trying to bring, I know you. I don't want to talk to you because nobody bringing us together. Like, we talk to each other when we ready. You might not be ready for that. I might not be ready for that. And we had I swear to God on everything I love. I don't even remember what's the first, I think it's like a DM or something like that. It might be from him and it might, I don't know.
And Nicki never tried to squash that beef because she was in between both of y'all. Like, let's.
No.
No?
Yeah. No.
You got to be tired of hearing them two names in interviews.
Yeah, I did that before. I did a radio, I did an interview. look, on
be.
some real shit. I'm not even doing a lot of radio. I just want people to know, I'm not following the standard thing you got to do to, sell music and, talk about the same people. Like, when you be like, Meek Mill says this about Drake. Meek Mill said this about Tekashi. Meek Mill said this about Nick. No, I didn't say nothing about them. Somebody asked me about them.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? When you see the headline, shit get overwhelming. And one time I just I was in the middle of an interview and it was, my guy, Quicksilver, I rock with him a lot. And he just was the 15th interview of the week. And I was like, yo, this shit is fucking with me at nighttime. I'm going to sleep with Nicki and Drake on my mind. For real. This is like when all this shit, you know what I'm saying? When they start fucking with my real life, I just, Atlantic, I'm not doing no more radio no more this week. That's just what it is. It's in my real life now.
And you have big things that you're dealing with right now. And I saw you and Michael Rubin have this initiative
Yeah.
to get 1 million people out of this criminal justice system.
Yeah.
So
And when we
how's that
say
gonna
1
work?
million people, we ain't talking about 1 million people out of prison, just out of the system. There's a lot of people on bail with $100 bails, people on probation for long periods of time. They won't need to be on probation for 15 years for crimes that don't even hold that much time. So, we're just working hard and trying to make change. I always tell people that I'm not on my activist type time. I'm just on some, this is what I'm bringing to the table. This is what I'm experienced with. I know a lot about it. I got a lot of manpower behind me that care about what's going on. We're trying to make change.
You speaking on some real issues though that are starting great conversations. Like even you talk about on Trauma, ain't no PTSDs.
Now I see you got your what you got going on?
Anxiety.
Yeah, my book about anxiety and PTSD and all that.
Yeah, I seen that.
And you said ain't no PTSD. The drugs keep them at ease. And a lot of people will say you're encouraging self-medication, to deal with these issues, for mental health issues. But I don't think that's what you was doing.
No, hell no, I wasn't doing that. But it's real life. Sometimes shit, you see people, you can't sleep at night. You might gotta get prescribed some marijuana so you can go to sleep.
Absolutely.
You might gotta get prescribed some sleeping medicine to go to sleep from trauma shit you seen. And I was really speaking of even when you go to court, you can't go to court and be like, yeah, I was carrying this gun because 50 people in my neighborhood got killed when I was younger and I got post-traumatic stress disorder. They ain't trying to hear that. You come from the army or something like that, then it makes sense. But for my community, if you come talking that talk, that's like a foreign language. I never even heard of nobody getting in court saying nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Even having that to be a backup. You watch the news all the time. A white person shoot up a mall. This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Black person do something, shoot somebody, and he's an assassin. He's a terrorist. So it's two different narratives about it. So I'm just breaking it down through my CD, and I felt like coming out now, I had more people listening to my music. Sometimes I look at some people funny, they be like, "This is harder than it ever been." I'm like, this is the same tactics I've been using. I won't say the whole time because I grew older and learned more. Like this the same thing. You just listening to it different. You know what I'm saying? That's how they doing with music and how Jay-Z talking about inflating numbers and like that shit is all people is public persuasion. Like the way you if you can look good to the people, they listen to you a certain way, and that's the game right now. So
it's crazy.
I'm fortunate for it.
We talk about doing stuff in our own community. Like we want more judges and more police officers and more people that look like us in our own community. And then listen to your album. That's exactly the same type of people that put you worse.
What you mean?
Like the judge is from your community that gave you more time. The
like,
cops
let me break it down too. This is a real issue too that nobody ain't really addressing.
Each other.
My judge was black. My PO was black. The DA was white. The cops that arrested me was black. Like I was on a speech, and I was just talking about how one of the cops, he was like 33, I was like 19. He got up there and was dropping tears. Like he was like, you know what I'm saying? I asked the judge not to give you a lot of time if you apologize to me. She was like, this is on public record too. Mm-hmm. The judge said, Mr. Williams, do you want to apologize to him before you get sentenced? My life is on the line. I could get 5 to 10 years, 10 to 20 years. No, I don't want to apologize to him because I didn't do it. My lawyer tapped me on my side and whispered in my ear saying, you better apologize right now. This could change your life right now. I was like, if you felt threatened, I apologize, but basically not apologizing for pointing no gun at you because I ain't.
That's like an admission of guilt.
Yeah, hell yeah, and that's how that worked though. No, people don't understand. Like, we got parole. When you go in front of the parole board, even if they know you took a deal for a crime that you didn't do, you still have to admit to guilt before stepping out the walls. Like, you got to go in front of 3 people in the room and just admit to some shit you guilty to, and you ain't even do it. You just took a deal because, for say, Tekashi case hold a life sentence. He might end up taking a deal. I don't know what he gonna do, but he'll take a deal for 10 years. He probably ain't even do half of the shit that they got him listed for.
He don't want to do life.
That's just how they got the system rated. You know what I'm saying? And
but how does that give young people hope? Because I'm looking at it like we talk about it all the time. Like
it's self-hate.
Do more for our community, but then it's the same people that put you in the hole as the same people that look like you.
Man, self-hate.
You said on the album sending you to jail, a black woman sending you to jail almost made you hate your people. So how did you get to the point where you don't hate your people?
Cause I love my people, so you know what I mean. I really know everybody ain't like that, but just going through them situations in the cell, you be like, how can another person like me do this to me? And you live somewhere in my area and you understand like what we going through. Like you got people that look like me on your block that act like me, that's just like me. I know all these people around her way. You know what I'm going through, and you know where I came from and how far I made it. You're gonna take me from all the way up here and put me below ground zero because you can't control me. If you think about it, when I was coming up here, I'm telling you, she put me in etiquette class. Etiquette class cost $10,000. I'm like, why do it cost $10,000 for somebody to eat with forks and spoons? And miss, I be at more, no disrespect, I go to better restaurants than you. I know how to eat in restaurants around the people that you think you have to impress. I don't want nobody to teach me how to hold my fork. I want to hold my fork the way my mom taught me how to hold my fork. You know
I've
seen
some of them pictures of you and like Mr. Childs, and you don't be
yeah,
using
but
no forks.
It was just like a way of, like I said, one day in court, I said, I ain't had no dirty piss test, Your Honor. You said piss in my courtroom? It's the correct word is urine. Etiquette class.
Wow.
Don't nobody say I gotta go urine.
Yeah, that's just not in our culture, but it's just like, it was kind of like a control-based thing where somebody like had power over you and they just felt like they want to use the power. Even in prison, I seen that a lot. Like, some guy just kept waking me up and kept telling me, like, a CO, like, yo, man, get up. You got to clean that bathroom, man. I mean, clean the barbershop. I'm like, I'm not cleaning the barbershop, man. So every day I just like, all right, I'm going to clean the barbershop. Just not show no disrespect. All right, I'm going to clean the barbershop. Lay right back down. But after a while, when he really figured out, like, I was humble. He thought I was coming in jail. Everybody think you coming in there like I'm somebody. Like, no, I don't even want to be here. There's no way I could feel special in here. This jail. So everybody was like a little bit worse in the beginning, and it always seemed to be like your own people first that treat you the worst. And
like they want to break you down.
Yeah, and all the Spanish guys in there, as soon as you come in, they all eat together. They do everything together. You look at, man, it's a self-hate problem. I don't want to say the wrong thing and like discredit my people.
It's the truth,
but
though. No, it's the truth.
in our culture, what's going on, it's a lot of self-hate going on. That's why you see me on all interviews. Any interview, you see me talking about anybody I had a problem with, beef from Drake to Game to anybody, it's all love. I'm not even.
Well, you see, I see Game said y'all squashed the beef. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, we been did that though when I came home. It's like I came from the penitentiary really with niggas that got life in prison. Like the people who people act like they praising are supposed to be gangsters to them in their eyes that got life in prison that wish they never did what they did or made that emotional mistake to put them in prison for the rest of their life. So I really. Yo, bro, we ain't really trying to do that. We both getting money. We rich. We can sit here and pretend for the people like we ready to go do a life sentence and get caught up in some real drama. I ain't really trying to do that right now. If my life ain't on the line, we could bypass this right now.
Right.
Do you think the more you stand for something, the more they want to silence you? You got a line like that on the album.
Yeah, it's getting scary too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I be getting scared. Like somebody gonna try to like just remove me from what's going on. It's getting deeper.
With so many people now, with us finding out a lot of truths about what really happened to you, like when you first got arrested as a teenager, did you find that throughout this whole ordeal, it's been hard for you to tell your truth before all that got revealed because people wouldn't believe it anyway?
Yeah, I used to do that though. I used to go on Twitter and be like, yo, man, I got old tweets. They trying to lock me up. They trying to put me away. They trying to railroad me. One day I came to court, a new stipulation, you can't talk about your court stuff on social media. Like if I did that, that was a violation from there on out.
Why?
So I don't know. I'm like, I heard of freedom of speech. Right? I ain't threaten nobody, did I? I ain't talking about nobody in a crazy way. I'm just speaking what's the plan. They trying to backdoor me in a quiet way. And I feel like that now. Like running around with them guys, powerful people like Jay-Z, Robert Kraft, Michael Rubin. And it's a list of other billionaires behind our whole movement too that we talking about reform. You talking about doing something and bettering people. So you always gonna have a group of people, no matter if it's law enforcement or if it's people from your own neighborhood that's just wishing on your downfall. And coming from this situation, I feel like it's getting spooky because I be hearing about little things like Meek Mill involved in stuff. I ain't been involved in nothing in the streets in so long. The worst thing I probably been involved in the last 10 years is a fight. And it was a fight about something. And it's just been getting spooky. That's all I'm gonna say.
So were the feds really investigating you? You say that on the album too?
No, I just been hearing a lot of talk about people just worrying about my life and what I got going on. Meek Mill ain't in no criminal activity. I've been making money a long time. I've been doing my thing for a long time, and I don't think I should be in the middle of nothing that got to do with no criminal activity. That's why the whole conspiracy situation was even made to like tie everybody into what people got going on. Like it's like if me, I could talk. I know nobody never told me I couldn't talk to felons, but if you a felon, you're not supposed to be able to talk to other felons. How can you not talk to other felons if your whole family is felons? Like where the hell you gonna go at?
You and your dad.
Our whole neighborhood is felons. Everybody we grew up with know is felons. How can we? I got my grandma got 12, 13 kids. They all got kids. When I go back to Philadelphia, that's my family. That's who I'm going to be around. That's who I know. I ain't involved with what they got going on. I don't know shit about what they got going on. All I know is I get $250 a show. I'm making money every day. I'm doing what I want to do, how I do it. I ain't breaking no laws. Leave me the hell alone. Leave me out of all that shit.
I mean, but you know when you standing up for prison reform, you fucking with them people money. That's what they got them private prisons for.
Yeah, and all y'all gotta do is give me a warning and I get out your way. I ain't here to sacrifice my life for everybody. I'm here to sacrifice my life for my family and my son, for real.
Now you're on probation, so you
hold
still have a court
on.
date.
So if they come to you and they be like, look, we on to you. The white man wants you to stop. You'll stop talking about prison reform, Meek?
Yeah, I'll probably fall back. Yo, go ahead, but let somebody else handle that. This shit about my son and them, I ain't going to jail for these motherfuckers. I ain't going to jail for nobody.
All right.
I'm going to jail for my family. I sacrificed myself for my mother, my sister, my son. If I could help along the way, then that's what it is.
So you're not
and
really...
not to be selfish, what I can do, I would help. Yeah. Would you do that? Yeah, fuck you asking me. What would you do? Give me your answer.
I don't know, but I'm not.
No, you can't give me. Give me a.
What would you do?
I'm not an activist.
I'm a G. I'll tell you the truth. I ain't here to spit that political shit to like sway the world. If I can save one person out of jail, I'm cool with that.
But no, I feel you though, because even when I'm talking about mental health, I'm not talking about it because I'm trying to influence a whole bunch of people. I'm just talking about my experience.
Yeah.
So I
but
get
what would you do though? Them people tell you your life is on the line doing this. What the hell you gonna do?
You got 3 daughters and a wife. They all rely on you.
See, I'm not an activist. You know what I'm saying?
But
What
what would you
do? He's
do?
asking.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm
Don't
not
put me
going to
on the
jail for
spot.
these niggas.
Yeah, I'm not going
No.
to jail. Of course, then. What I supposed to do?
But people want to put you in that activist position, so they be like, "Oh, Meek, our real activist will go to jail or give his life."
I'm not that though. You got some real people that'll step up behind me and be like, "There's sacrifice."
Give it the
That's
mic
why.
on.
That's why Kaepernick is so much of a hero. That's why who he is, because he sacrificed his dreams and his life for the sake of police brutality.
For everybody else,
and
right.
all these niggas still won't stand behind. They still go against exactly what he represent. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. That's what's going on.
I wanted to ask you about Kaepernick.
Then people go on social media and say they standing behind you and do all that through social, but who really standing behind what when it come down to it? If a check be involved or if it came to benefiting somebody else, no, they won't.
But before you ask that, you're still on probation, so you still have to go to court. People don't know that. People think you free running around, but you're still on probation, right?
Yeah, I'm still on
You on bail? Yeah,
I'm
I'm on
on
bail.
bail. Yeah.
So when's the next court date?
I don't even know. You don't get no court date. You go in front of like higher courts and they just make a ruling. I could just go leave out of here right now and they be like they ruled on your case, and they could go either way.
Without you saying nothing, so it could just
You don't
happen.
even, no, you don't even have to be there. So it's like that's how that shit is set up. You don't even have to be in there.
So with that said, and you going at the judge a couple times, not really going at him.
I'm
just
not
speaking,
going at it.
yeah.
I'm just explaining my feelings and then shit. I'm just explaining how I feel. I'm explaining the part. Really, actually, I really thank her. Everything I went through has put me where I'm at right now. I don't live like that with having like a grudge towards somebody or like having hate towards somebody for a certain amount of time. Of course, when I was in a cell, I got shackles on my son in the visiting room. I'm like, I hate this lady. But when I got out and prevailed all over, I'm like, and everything happened for a reason, man. I'm in this position I'm in now, and I don't think it's her. She did it, but you know, God made things happen that made this happen. So.
Are you allowed to speak to her at all?
No, you're not allowed to speak to judges and stuff like that. You can, but I'm pretty sure they see everything that's going on. When I used to go to court, they were bringing up like everything I had going on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to get too deep into my case and be saying some shit that could like hurt my freedom either.
Yeah.
Could we get another tactic,
All right,
another topic?
Yeah, I want to
switch
talk
course.
about talk about Kaepernick, right? Because you speak a lot about Kaepernick kneeling on the aisle.
Yeah.
Have you ever asked Robert Kraft why him and the other owners are blackballing Kaepernick?
No, that was like I don't know if he blackballing Kaepernick. I had conversations about Kaepernick, our own personal conversations, and I even had conversations with Kaepernick on a personal level about moving forward and doing what he needed to do. Because I'm in full support of him and doing what he needed to do to pursue his dreams.
You ever asked Robert like, yo, why don't y'all sign Cap to back up?
No, I didn't ask him why he never signed him.
Mm-hmm.
I never asked. I know Jeffrey Lurie. I know all of them. I never asked him why they didn't sign him because I don't know his stats. I don't know what he got going on as far as football and where his position is at.
Well, he's definitely getting blackballed.
Yeah, I see that. You know, I don't believe no different.
So you can use some of the Meek influence just to ask the
And
owners.
I do. He know what's going on behind the scenes and what we got going on and how I'm moving.
All right.
I stand for one thing and I stand for one thing only. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at with it.
Well,
Now, you really
congratulations on your #1 record too.
Are you really putting out another album, another one at the end before the end of the year?
I hope not, man.
No, I was capping.
Oh, all right,
Okay.
man, make it
You
sure.
gotta make sure.
They asked
This
me.
game is a lot of music.
Look,
Like, come on,
ask
man.
I
me.
be like on Instagram, like I'm doing Ask Meek and people ask me a bunch of stuff. I'm just popping shit. Everything be so serious with
I know
this.
the
Like
label called you immediately, be like, no.
a lot of this stuff, like in this interview, like Meek Mill says he won't stand up for black people if the white man come. I'm like, this shit is all propaganda, man. Social clickbait set up to do this way, man. I'm just kicking it all the way how I feel and how I needed to feel. Y'all got this shit. You see how I always tell y'all got the triangle of this shit is mental right here.
Well, no, that's why I give you a
I'm
chance to
telling y'all,
explain.
this is mental
'Cause I
right
don't
here.
want you to get
You
caught in
could
the
be right
clickbait.
here, you could be right here, you could be right here. It's all mental right here. Three-way talking. And then when the clickbait come out and shit start happening, it's just all fucking propaganda, man. But
really
you know,
need to,
this what the label say you gotta do. You know, I don't like doing interviews. I don't like talking.
We know you don't like him.
No, for real. Like, if you see me doing an interview and I did 3, I'm forced to do that. Like, I would rather somebody come to my neighborhood and do an interview about my life, my upbringing. I don't be wanting to talk about everybody else. I like talking about me. I don't.
So you really need a woman to comb your waves the right way, in the right direction? I saw you said that on Twitter too.
No. what happened on Twitter? Some girl
I know,
texted me that.
it was funny.
Look. Some
That
girl,
was a funny thing to
No,
propose
some girl
to somebody.
texted me last night about, do I like massaging backs and y'all seen that? What's Sam at? Call Sam in here real quick.
She said she'll massage your feet and comb your waves in the right direction. And you said send an app.
Oh, I ain't even see all that. I said that's the crazy part. I just read the first line when she was like, she said something, I want to be your girlfriend. I ain't look at her picture or nothing. I just put your app in.
Sam, who's the girl that Meek DM'd about getting a massage?
I ain't DM. No, I was.
Why you making stuff up?
No, look, a girl texted me last night. Like, whoa, when you start wanting to massage and cook food for people, I'm like, I woke up this morning and I took NyQuil last night because I was sick. So when I woke up, I was dizzy. I'm just on the phone talking. I'm like, I'm sleeping. I'm gonna call you back. But when I woke up, I seen the text. I'm like, I ain't texting nothing like that. And Sam got Twitter control right here. You know what I mean?
So Sam sent that out?
I don't know.
Sam must like massages in back.
Wow.
Hold
on. So Meek, you telling me you got a ghostwriter?
Yeah, I gotta go. I got a Twitter finger writer. You know what I'm saying? You know, I gotta control myself on Twitter a little bit.
Now, on what's free? You say free is the TV not controlling what you see. So how did TV influence you growing up?
Shit, that's what we watch. YouTube influenced the kids, babies now. When you hear your babies like, "Hey guys," you know how YouTube every video come off like that. I got 1-2-year-old cousins that's, "Hey guys," they influenced by that TV. No, serious. They don't even know how to talk, and they run around saying "Hey guys" and trying to do blogs, walking around the supermarket. TV is basically the teacher. It programs us as people. Like me, even nowadays, I don't watch TV. I watch internet TV, so where I could choose what I want to watch. You know what I'm saying? And I spend a lot of time on YouTube and watching documentaries and picking my topic, what I want to watch for the day. It might be some crazy. I think I'm a conspiracy theorist now.
After watching all those YouTube videos?
Yeah, I think somebody unlocked my brain. That's all I like to see is like shit I never heard about and weird ass topics all day.
What are some funny things that your son is asking you now after him watching stuff on YouTube and TV?
Did he grow his dreads? You said he wanted to grow his dreads. He was growing dreads.
My son got dreads now. My
son grow his. I was like,
my son hair look crazy, man. He look like the little kid off of Little Rascals, how the dreads be poking all over the place. He influenced by Lil Pump, Lil Uzi and them. That's his era, and that's how he rockin'. I'm just like, you ain't getting no color in your hair, dog. You get some braids.
That's next. First you got the dreads, then the color.
Got to.
Yeah, if he fight for it, he probably get it, but nah.
Uzi from Philly, though.
All right, but that ain't the Philly wave, though. Uzi could get away with that because that's his wave, but that ain't our Philly wave. And I just feel like I spend enough time with my son. It's like Boosie's son. Boosie's son got the Boosie fade because he's spending a lot of time with his kids to a certain level where they want to be like him. You know what I'm saying? They understand it.
So your son wants a beard?
Huh?
He wants a beard?
No, he want dreads right now, you know what I'm saying? I hope one day he wants some waves from me influencing him that much.
How do you monitor his habits, like his TV habits, internet habits, stuff like that?
I just grab your phone, I pops up. My son don't know when I would damn come home. Damn, let me see your phone real quick.
Yep, do the same thing.
Safari, what's going on? Make sure you ain't got no porn, no crazy, because the internet has no cap on it. Like,
That's right.
I don't know if watch your kids' phones, man. See what y'all kids commenting on Instagram and shit like that. Your kids on Instagram trolling while you sitting in the living room there on the phone in the celebrity comments. Or they might be even in a little boy or a little girl DM talking crazy. You know, I go through all that. Let me see what's going on.
You find
I
anything
did 5
crazy?
months. First day I came home. No, I ain't not find that crazy. I found stuff that's my son doing a little bit too much, but not crazy.
100 Summers, I hear that record, and I hear you talk about, I guess, because you said you had PTSD before. You feel like you got PTSD?
Yeah, I got that. I never got diagnosed for it, but I know I got it from other shit I seen in my life.
And even on 100 Summers, I hear that. I hear the anxiety in your voice. So you ever think you'll get over that feeling of like watching your back?
I think I'm gonna get over it. Sometimes I used to go to certain cribs I got, and I don't, probably for the last 4 years I used to go to sleep till the sun came up. I had homies that got kidnapped, niggas breaking their house, all types of stuff.
Well, you still say you look in the rearview mirror and everything when you park, and you make sure you check your surroundings because you're still scared on that.
Yeah, but I just know how to speak to pain. Like, I'm not fully living that right now. Like, it ain't like that right now. I've been sleeping in a hotel for 4 months. I don't feel like nobody gonna break in my rear view. I don't feel like I'm gonna get shot in Manhattan.
I still don't. No matter what, when I go home, I'm in that rear view. I let the
when I
dogs
go
out,
home, like when you going home, or if you coming out the hood, like. You know me, I'm like a hood baby. Like, Philly is small. When I go home, to get to downtown, you got to go through the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. Or like my whole family, like I don't want nobody to make me feel like I can't stop at my grandma's house. My grandmom is older. She had time spent with her. I stopped by. She raised me and my whole family. You wouldn't want nobody to want you to feel like you can't stop past your ground. So I go to my grandmom's house. I go to my aunt's house. I had Thanksgiving in the middle of the hood. And I ain't like, this ain't a thing. Sometimes you see me post the pictures of me in the hood. Don't think I'm standing out there and like I'm on a block. No, this was a nice scenery. It matches I was here long enough. I wanted to take a picture, and I definitely posted this when I left. You post a picture where you at in the hood, you lose your life, because nothing but it's a lot of evil going on in the hood nowadays and a lot of bad things happening. So, you know.
You speak on Respect the Game, you speak on people being loyal just for money.
Yeah.
When'd you learn that lesson?
With the music game, getting money, you know, coming up and being the only one of your whole surroundings of ever seeing a nice amount of money. You know, people don't know how to deal with that. I mean, everybody got their conclusions of what you should do with money, but how you know what to do with money if you ain't never had no money? Sometimes you hear people, I hate when I see somebody around me put when I get on, I'm gonna put the whole team on. So what you saying, I ain't putting the whole team on? What you gonna do? What you gonna do now? You gonna get everybody $1 million and go broke, and then now everybody done spent $1 million and you broke too?
That's what the line, homies counting your pockets like they deserve it. That's what that's about.
Yeah, just period. Yeah. People, my homies know. All my real. See, look, I got friends, I got real homies, and I got family. Some people that's my homies and friends that's my family. That will never even, these conversations don't even align with them. They could we be in the studio, they was there when I was making it. Anybody else, if you hear these type words and you feel like these shoes fit you or you cross the line about some money, we don't dig that. That we got morals. We came up from being poor. Don't ever let no money be the judge of anything we got going on. Like I said, I got somebody that got life in prison. He cannot do anything for me financially. I talk to him 7 days a week. I can't be like, yo, I ain't talking to you today. You know what I'm saying? You ain't taking care of me. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like, don't let money be the excuse of anything. You know what I'm saying? And if I can, I'm gonna look out for my family and friends the way I can. But you know, I'm stacking this month. I don't want to give out no money this month. No, I ain't got it. Somebody catch an attitude, tell you ain't got it. You ain't my friend.
Right. Sounds like you want to go more from less from being an artist and more from CEO and having artists. That's what I'm hearing more and more from this album, more and more from your voice. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm just going into boss mode and grown man mode for real. 31. How long can I be popping willies on? I'm still gonna ride my bikes, but how long can I just be running around and doing a lot? Young as shit. I've been on since I was 23. That's why I like. Sometimes I be kicking it with the younger artists, or even when the younger artists be thinking like they on my level, I be wanting to know like, yo, man, I've been around for a minute, dog. That shit you got going on right now, that was 2011 for me, 2010 for me. I've been doing this for a minute. I just give out, when I get on one-on-one, I try to give words of advice. Hey, yo, man, fuck them jewelers. Yo, man, fuck them jets.
It's hard to say that when you got...
Yeah, but I had this
but
chain.
you're almost 10 in.
I had this chain since 2012, and I just added a little piece to it. I swap a watch. I ain't playing no money. Y'all crazy. You play... Go ahead, what you about to say?
Go ahead.
Oh, you got it. I'm talking too much.
No, I was going to say there's a lot of talk already about this being a classic album. People are saying this is the album of the year. Yeah. Do you feel like this is your best project that you've done?
Yeah, I feel like it's a great... I feel like all my projects are my best projects. I wouldn't have put them out.
Out of all of them, do you feel like this is the best?
I don't know yet. I figure it out when...
It's too early for all that kind of talk, though.
No,
man.
it ain't too early. So I hate when people say that, too, though.
See, I don't think
no,
so.
Look, when people say that, too, that's biased, too, man. You know when you hear something off the rip, what it is, man. And what it is, that it was a lot of music coming out that was mediocre, but that's all it was. So everybody kept hyping stuff up. Oh, no, this it. And then they go right out the door. No, this it right here. We took our time. I put everything into it. I did what I needed to do. It's a different type of conversation. I got 19 songs on there. You put 19, 20 songs on the album right now, social media will be very critical on you. Like, it's a very critical. I got a lot of features, a lot of samples. I just feel like the way it was put together and the type of music that was needed for these times right now. And it's like that with me. I got playlists. I listen to all the new shit. Sometimes I find myself listening to Jeezy, T.I., Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls, Tupac, shit like that, Lil Wayne, and really taking myself out of what's going on because it was a certain type of rap I was looking for. And I feel like I'm one of the people that could deliver that. You got to turn like, it's like Kendrick sell this on his block. J. Cole sell this on his block. I sell it. I always just wanted to have my own block.
But it was a void for this.
Yeah,
it was a void for this.
I just think it was a wide open space for somebody to do it, and that's just this type of music, some shit that a lot of people could relate to. Like a lot of rapping surrounded around Protects, swag, fucking fuck my bitch, everything been there, and I've been a part of that too. I'm guilty of it too. I just came out this time, and I wanted to talk about something. I had a lot to talk about, so I put it on the track, and hopefully that the next person that come out, he come out the same way, you know.
My rap album of the year is a street album, though, and that's Nipsey.
Yeah, I love Nipsey albums.
Was hard.
I had Nipsey album when I was in jail. Like that's my type of music. It's like I'm almost being biased. I'm from the streets. I like street music over anything. There's no way I'm gonna like something that ain't my type of music.
My other one is Pusha Daytona.
I like Pusha album a lot.
Dime Trap.
I like T.I. album a lot. It's not my favorite T.I. album. My favorite T.I. albums are from
the early
trap music,
Urban Legend,
Paper Trail is my favorite T.I. album like of all times. Like right now, me listening to music, my shit is my favorite shit.
I think you got to put this album in the conversation. I think this
will be in the conversation.
It is as soon as when I heard it, I thought it was in that conversation.
I'm just not the one to be the judge of. I don't give a fuck about no numbers, no billboards, or no awards, or none of that. I give a fuck about when I'm stepping outside, people actually acknowledging me for my art and like, yo, that's hot music, that's good music.
Where's the record with J. Cole? We heard you did a record with J. Cole.
No, we was in the studio together. We ain't never recorded a record.
Never. Okay.
Yeah, we did a lot of talking and really critiquing each other and really just giving game and having a good conversation.
I think the album is dope. I just don't like when you do girl records. I feel like those, like the label makes you do those records.
No, they don't. They actually don't.
I'm a girl, so I like those records because
all the girls like them, man. My girl record ain't for you to like it, though.
I said it's not for you.
I'm just saying.
It's a dope record,
Biggie and J them had girl records or club records you could get with. I like Championships and Cold Hearted and 100 Summers. Like.
Yeah, but the whole point of my album is to have records that
he's diverse.
Dangerous was another number one record. Like that it's
Mick
all
is
over
not
the board.
just known for being the championships guy. He's also the ladies' man as well.
Yeah, the chicks mess with me a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't make 24/7 for Charlamagne.
He never been up there.
Like, Charlamagne gonna think about this.
You trying to run around saying 24/7? That's what you trying to do on your off time? Oh no. I made this for chicks. Like I'm talking about getting married on here. A chick might have a crush on me, and she listening to a damn Meek Mill talking about kneeling like having to get married. That's what I have my thoughts when I'm in the booth. This is my little therapy, and I try to cater to people so a broad amount of people can feel me.
You're a multi-dimensional person. Like, not only are you talking about your street records, are you also talking about relationships, love, almost falling in love?
Meek shot his shot on the album. You said on Going Bad, you said the only thing you want for Christmas is Lori Harvey.
Yep.
Yeah, I just popping my shit. I know Lori, she cool, pretty.
Like Steve Harvey's stepdaughter or something?
I don't know. Damn, stepdaughter.
Or daughter? I don't know.
Beautiful, all natural young
y'all
woman.
is crazy.
That's
like
on your
the way
album,
y'all
though,
line
Meek.
stuff up, the way y'all say stuff, like I could have just been like, I don't know what the fuck they family got going on. I don't know. All I know is I got Instagram and I see Lori Harvey along with a list of thousands of other pretty ass girls on Instagram, and she was the name I came up. I don't got like a personal crush on her. This is music. You know, you make fire music and talk your talk. I could have put anybody in that shit.
How do other women feel that that you might be dealing with? They hear you shoot your shot like that on the album too.
Yeah, it's how the girl feel that.
That's like liking a picture. It's like saying it's like liking a picture on Instagram. I'm like,
that's trouble.
That's like shooting your shot now.
I don't got no girlfriend. There ain't no trouble for me. Yeah, there ain't no trouble.
And you ain't fucking nobody raw. So
all right, so look, let's break this down. Liking a picture on Instagram is trouble, but when your girlfriend is in a picture in her fucking panties, is that trouble?
Yes.
Is your girlfriend in a picture looking sexy? Is that trouble? Because she looking sexy for other people on Instagram to see her look sexy, and other men is going to like that picture.
That's true.
So is that trouble?
It depends. Like you say, you're not in a relationship, so not.
No, if I was in a relationship, is that trouble?
Yes.
So your girl can't look sexy on Instagram.
She can't look sexy. I'm not liking no girl that looks sexy.
I think, you know what? I think sometimes how you meet somebody, if
you
that's
got 1,000 niggas under your girlfriend picture looking sexy, she taking a bathing suit, is that trouble?
No.
Gia has bathing suit pictures on Instagram.
She does have bathing suit pictures.
Yeah,
But I also got her phone
Yeah, but if
code,
you
I
dealing
make
with
sure.
a girl and the girl is on there looking sexy, you can't like her
You
picture.
can't like a picture. You got a girl. You
You're
like
like, what
another
you doing
girl
like
picture.
such and such
But your
picture?
girl can have niggas like her pictures when she posts and look sexy,
No, that
right?
ain't right either. But you know, that's why you shouldn't.
What?
have your girl
Somebody
out there
break it
doing
down.
that.
Give me the.
I think if you met somebody in that way, like, look, Kim Kardashian was just talking about this. She said Kanye doesn't like when she posts.
Like
those
one day I bought a
thirst
Kim
trap pictures. Like, she
Kardashian
was-
book. My mind was blue. Like I was in a store. We picked up this book. She had all
the
types.
coffee
selfies,
table
the
book.
selfies book.
I was like, what? I was in like a public type relationship at the time. I was like, man,
I couldn't do that
I was
personally.
going. I'm done. I quit.
couldn't do it.
Yeah, I can't. That shit would hurt
Like
me inside.
the naked pictures. Me personally,
I'm
I
like, I'm
couldn't do
sending this to all my niggas in jail right here. They must don't know about this yet. This
But-
is crazy.
Yeah, but you used to post videos of Nicki's ass.
Yeah, it was kind of wild. It was wild. I was younger.
that. But you wouldn't do that now. Or would you?
Nah,
No.
I'm not really with that. I don't really like that deep down inside. Truly, I don't like that.
But if she was doing that before you met her on social media and you met her after that, like, what can you? This is what I was doing when you met me.
All right, I was doing a lot of shit before I met a lot of girls. I was having foursomes before I met my last girlfriend. I'm gonna keep having foursomes.
Well, that would be cheating.
Depends.
That's different. But maybe she's with it.
Now you in the foursome now. So should we continue to keep doing foursomes or
If she's
threesomes?
with it.
No, that don't mean that. When you in a relation with people, y'all compromise things and come together and build to make each other. I guess what to keep each other happy. Right?
So you believe in monogamy, like you could be with just one person forever.
I don't know. When I get a girlfriend, and she,
If you get Lori
when
Harvey
I
for
find
Christmas.
that girl that make me slip and fall and go crazy over her, and I feel like I'm gonna be with her for the rest of my life, then I can give you the answer to that. But I don't know.
You said on the album they don't kill you, they just kill your account.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What they don't? What you mean? If you in this world of corporate America and you not complete and you not doing what they need you to do, they will kill your account.
Stop the money.
Yeah, you know what's going on. If you come in here right now on this big corporate radio station and start talking some crazy shit, what will happen to your check?
Oh yeah, that's all right. Oh, I don't know.
Y'all keep saying this. I don't know.
I
Don't
pushed him to
ask
the
me
edge a
no.
lot.
Look. Don't ask me no shit that you can't answer at the
No,
spot.
I'm with you. I just be.
Cause you a sharp nigga. You know how to answer shit on the spot.
I just be.
If you say some shit right now in this shit that is not approved by corporate America, what's gonna happen to your check?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Benito.
I've said a lot. That's why I said I don't know what.
He been
I don't
on
know.
that game
I don't
a
know
couple
when the white
times
man
when
gonna
he
get
was
tired of me. To be
No,
honest
you
with
They
say
been
a
on that
lot,
gate.
but you walking on a nice line. You know how to control that shit.
Now he didn't went over that. He went over that line a couple times. He had to pull his ass back.
If you a nigga
Think
and
about it
you
like
a
this.
color of person, you know what to say out your mouth and what not to say out your mouth.
But think about it. We've had Farrakhan up here. We've had Dr. Umar up here. You don't see them on no platforms like this talking that talk.
Yeah, but I'm talking about you. They can say
But
that.
they can get rid of me for bringing them on.
I don't know.
That's what they got rid of Arsenio for back in the day.
I'm just saying though, if you a nigga and you in this business, that's what we fighting for. That's why you got people like Jay-Z talking about what he talking about
On
on
your
what's
own.
free.
Word.
I'm saying what I want. I'm a billionaire. I'm getting this type of money. I'm doing. Until you get to that level and you powerful enough, we don't stick together enough for people to do what they want. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's changing now, though.
Yeah, I think we going
A little bit, little at a
It's in the
time.
best season it's ever been, but if you a nigga, that's what they know. When they talking about is politics to the game and all that, this shit is for real. This shit ain't no joke.
Now, one of our listeners called in, and I promised I would ask you this.
What?
He had a problem with Rick Ross's saying a gay slur.
Yeah, I don't really take that like. And our coach, we grew up off certain words and not speaking for him. Ask Rick Ross that. Just we grew up in certain. If you hear me say nigga, I'm not just calling you like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? You just in jail, niggas will take your ass up in there, bro. There's certain people that will take your ass. That's how he addressed it. When Ross come to Breakfast Club, whenever he come, ask him that, because I don't want to be tied up on TV speaking on some shit that he got to do it. This is another situation. When you come on this shit, or when you're a part of corporate America, you better watch how you talking about gay people. You better watch how you talking about. Don't say the wrong thing about nothing.
Right.
You get took off for all this shit. You know how it go. So when Ross come here, that's my guy. Ask him. Why the hell you gonna ask me about what Rick Ross said?
I guess because it was the
I
lyrics.
know what he got going on.
Because
So
it's all
bottom
your
line is, when
album. So.
somebody does a verse for you, you don't touch their verse. You don't tell them what they can say,
Yeah,
what they can't say.
hell
That's
no.
what I think
You
you
want
have to
that'd
do.
be disrespect if I call Rick Ross and be like, yo, man, take that shit off there. Like, this the nigga that put me. He made it possible so I could put an album out. I don't know what he think when he right here is how he thought. I don't know why Jay-Z said I got 1 billion streams, I got 1 billion. I don't know why they said what they said. I know I said what I said.
Who did they verse last on that record?
Hove.
You didn't. I mean, your verse was dope, but when you heard it, did you ever feel like, man, I might have to go back in and touch up my
Yeah,
stuff a little bit?
Jay-Z got 44 bars on there. I went in there and touched shit up. Come on, let's do it. Of course. He got 44 bars of straight fire.
I heard that was originally Ross' record. Was it?
No, it was originally my record. I started that record. I made that. I cooked that up in the studio. Who told you that? They told you around information. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I cooked that up. Like when that shit is up and that shit got cooked up. Come on, let's do that. Put it together.
You know, I've seen people ask you questions about 6ix9ine, and one thing I thought about that y'all have in common is both your father was murdered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and his father was murdered. So how did that impact the young man growing up?
I don't know. It made me who I am today. I can't really give you like a diagnosis on it, but you know. You grow up quicker than you usually would.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Can you give me the answer?
Nah, that's not an experience that has happened to me yet.
No, I don't even know. I just know it made me more angry. You know what I'm saying? And I talk about it in my records, like knowing somebody killed my daddy made me upset, stuff like that. Like it's traumatizing. You grow up in a world without a father. You could go to a basketball game, nigga, dad come to the game, you mad for the rest of the day. Like, damn, I ain't got nobody. And as I think back and remember. When I was younger, I used to think about shit like that. So I would say it made you angry, I guess. But I don't know. It made me to a monster. It made me want to like hustle harder and take care of my family on a real level. I always had them aspirations as like a little boy. I'm the man of the house.
Did it make it easier for you to like get influenced by the wrong people, so to speak?
Hell yeah, it would. Of course. I'm on the corner with Satan that night. You know what I'm saying? I could be in the house. I'm out here dancing with the devil in the middle of a neighborhood, drug-infested neighborhood around murder, guns and fucking drugs all night. And you don't even have a man to supervise you. My mom and she at work. She got 8 hours to do at work. Fuck, I could have my dad in the graveyard. Of course it's gonna affect you as a child. Yeah, hell yeah.
You speak of the day, you said how you wake up in the morning feeling evil. Who's that line for?
No, it ain't for nobody. I'm just talking about trauma. The song is called Trauma.
Right.
We talking about this. I'm talking, and really, like, I speak to both sides of America, white America and black America, whatever side you want to put. Like, it's like, I see my brother blood on the pavement. Hey, you wake up in the morning feeling evil. If you seen people killed around your neighborhood on a daily basis, you would wake up fucking want to carry a gun too. You would wake up, like, when they, like, I got people that's friends that don't come from this world. They might hear me on the song, 32 shots in my new Glock. Like, Meek Mill is supposed to be talking about justice reform. I'm talking about this shit because I grew up in this life where all we had to turn to was a firearm to save our life, because it's like Friday the 13th in our neighborhood. I'm still speaking on a life where I came from. It's like, you see how the person drew that jacket with Kaepernick on it? Mm-hmm. If he drew a jacket with some guns on it tomorrow, I wouldn't judge his character because he drew Kaepernick one day and then he drew a jacket with some guns on. He's an artist. I'm an artist. I'm a social forecaster. I say what I've been through, the life I've seen. This life I'm living now, and I've been living this since 23. Everything else was straight violence, murder, drugs, bad shit. So, of course, when I write my raps, this shit is still popping up in my head. It's been nights I've been out and my homies got killed and I still got to come outside in the same neighborhood, so I got to resort to carrying this gun at the age of 16.
And it never stops. It never
just
stops.
to feel safe so I can come outside. So when you hear me say that in my rap, like I did, what we did yesterday, what was that called we did yesterday? Business Insider. I'm in a room full of people that look like they don't come from where I come from. So I'm explaining it to them the same way I'm explaining it to you right now. I would ask anybody that, like in New York, you get 5 years for carrying a gun.
3 years.
Yeah, that shit should matter though what neighborhood you live in. If you live in a neighborhood, people dying every day, shit, well, I'm getting 3 years for carrying a gun. I'm trying to stay alive. Now, you hurt somebody with a gun or you doing reckless shit with a gun, then, you know, handle that on your own. But it's people trying to stay alive. We growing up in survival. We ain't grow up in love. Like, you know, I got friends that they don't even know nobody that got shot or know nobody that was killed by a gun. Like, I talk to my homie Michael Rubin about that every day. You don't know nobody that got shot. I know 30 people that probably died. Personally, I know that probably died from firearms and violence on a daily basis. So if you look at CNN, you might see a mass shooting. 7 people died. 7 people died in my neighborhood last week. They just found 4 bodies in one house, 3 bodies in another house. 10 people then got shot along the week. That shit ain't making national news.
They don't even call it a mass shooting.
Yeah, it's not mass no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really explaining my side through America. I think a lot of people listening to me. So I'm talking about, See, my brother Blood on the Payment, how you wake up in the morning feeling evil, how you wake up in the morning thinking about violence and protecting yourself or wanting to hurt somebody or do something, because that's the mind frame. That's a PTSD mind frame, right?
Right.
None of that shit is normal though. So what have you been doing to like get a grip on your mental health, so to speak? You ever sat down with a therapist or?
No, I take a shot of 42 sometimes, stuff like that. No, my PO put me in therapy probably 2 years ago, but it was for taking Percocet, so it wasn't really about like the trauma of my life. I can't wait when I get out of probation. I'm just gonna smoke some weed and deal with that shit.
Nah, man, go to therapy, Meek.
I don't like that. I don't know. I don't like pouring my feelings out to like a random person.
But you do it in your records.
That's probably therapeutic.
Yeah, that's therapeutic. For me. That's my therapy.
Well, I'm sure you've changed a lot of people's mindsets from them hearing you speak and seeing you on CNN. People who might have had different thoughts about just the whole prison system, the young black men, people like yourself and your story. Has it affected a lot of people that have reached out to you, like, after I saw you do this interview?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of positive feedback. People saying they rock with me and they got a lot of love for me. And they said they understand me now, I guess. And
not even just you, but a lot of things that are going on that they might not understand. Like even you talking to Michael Rubin or Robert Kraft, that might help them also.
Yeah, I do. I let them know. Like, yo, Robert Kraft, if you push me right now and the cops come and you say I pushed you, who you think gonna go to jail? I say you pushed me. And he said I pushed him. What you think gonna happen?
You definitely going to jail.
Yeah, you fuck around, never see me again.
Yeah,
you probably never see me again. And like it's just like when he came to see me in prison, I'm like, yo, there's people back here sweeping up for 8 cents an hour too. Like I'm just breaking it down. Right. Like they try to make me work the day for 8 cents an hour. And like, why y'all back there working for 8 cents an hour? That's impossible. Like, no, if I smoke this weed right here, I go to jail for 3-4 years. That's impossible. Like it's not impossible. Even Mike Rubin was like, it's impossible you're gonna go to jail. Yeah, Popping a Willie is impossible. And he was dead serious. We in the courthouse, like it's impossible. And it made me really value myself more that you got some Caucasian men that don't even think this shit is possible.
Have no clue,
like,
right.
Damn, they value themselves so high. Like, this shit is not normal.
But that's privilege to them, though. So in their world, it's not possible.
Yeah. But you would think that they would know all these athletes, too, that could kind of school them on some things about how to
who opens their mouth? Who got enough? Some people don't even open their mouth when they come around rich people. Like, there's guys that come around me and don't even want to open their mouth. So, you know, people be overwhelmed when they get around people who they assume is more wealthy than them or have more power than them. I open my mouth. I ask questions. Yo, what's up with that? Yo, what's up with that? That's why you asking me questions. I got my own personal shit I do. It ain't for the world for be talking on about on a radio, but, you know, I open my mouth. They know me very well. I know them. I've been knowing them guys. I've been knowing Michael Rubin for 5-6 years. I say what I want. He say what he want. You know what I mean? We handle a relationship how any friends would handle a relationship.
That's why everything you're doing right now, especially with the prison reform, is bigger than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this ain't about me at all. I want to rap. I want to make a lot of money, but I want to help. If I could help, you know what I'm saying?
You got to do what God called you to do.
Like, that's what he said. He started off wanting to help me get out, and as we going, we explaining it. I used to always say, like, let's get it. Y'all think I pointed a gun at 2 cops?
Nah, you wouldn't be here.
Like, how do that scenario even go? Like, that's why, like, this might save people's lives later on in life, because, you know, people get charged with that. Like, and like, let me make this clear. Like, all cops are not bad people. If some people get shot and shit like that, they get scooped up by cops and shit. They be calling you. You have to call a cop at some point in your life if you need protection or if something going on in your life that call for that. All cops are not bad, but you got some bad cops that do bad shit and accuse people of bad things. And anything you got bad people, you know, I be like, man, rappers is fake. I hate when people be like, all rappers is fake, or I don't fuck with no rappers. When I be seeing them, I be like, I rap. What you mean all rappers is fake? You categorize that shit. Say except for these 3-4 people. I don't live by what everybody live by, but you got bad people and everything. And I just want to explain, like, how the scenario go down when you point a gun at cops. Like, what do they do when you point a gun at them?
Shoot back.
No, I'm saying, though, if they ain't shoot back, what else did they do? They said they tackled me down and...
No way they would have done that.
Hell yeah.
But you know it's a lie.
But this was before the camera era was out, and I thought when I got in front of a black woman in the courtroom, first thing she was going to say, what happened to your face? Nobody never even asked me about my face. You guilty. I'm like, you just found me guilty of pointing a gun at a few cops in the middle of a full-blown raid, And nobody keep the data of that shit. Where's the data of how many people found guilty for pointing guns at a cop? Let's really research that shit and see what's going on, because the camera's showing something different. Camera show every time a black man even got a gun, you at risk being shot by the police. So, you know.
Well, Championships is out right now.
Yes, sir. And why y'all not giving out oodles and noodles, man? Why cereal?
I ain't make that up. That's something. My label did that.
Come on, Atlantic. Stay on brand, all right? You got a record called Oodles and Noodles.
My goodness.
I don't think I'm doing no more of these type interviews. I be finding myself just saying a lot of
I think you was gonna do this one.
Mick, I'm glad that you hated this interview so much that you don't want to do no more interviews.
Yeah, for real though. I just hate talking and shit, and like you be trying to be like real as possible you could be with this shit. But who are you being like? Who am I explaining myself to?
No, you're right.
Right? Who is we explaining this interview to? For people to criticize and make.
Not only that, there's somebody out there right now that wants to be a rapper that is emulating you and wants to be just like you, and you might have changed their way.
Don't be like me. Be like yourself. You know what I mean? I'm not the new Tupac, not the new Jay-Z. I'm not the new nothing. I'm the new Meek Mill. Be yourself.
But
bro.
you are though. And this is what I mean by that. No, that's what I mean by that. Tupac and Hov them was role models, whether they wanted to be. How Hov say, don't follow me, follow my moves. People are following your moves.
Absolutely.
So you are in that space.
We follow his moves, but I'm not trying to be Jay-Z.
There's a kid right now from the sticks.
You don't want to be me. You don't want to go to jail. You don't want to be in here 23 hours locked. You might not be ready for that. You ain't trying to grow up in North Philly. You ain't trying to grow up in a single mother household. Or you might, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's be you. Be who you is. Follow the moves that you see and be inspired, huh?
There's a few million people that love this album that would love hearing you talk about what it is.
Yeah, I appreciate that a whole lot, and that's what I do it for, to try to inspire people and keep people motivated and touch people, and you know.
There you have it.
And hopefully Lori Harvey will see this. If she hasn't heard the album yet.
Yeah, hopefully she will see it. Tell her, tweet her, and tell her.
Everybody tweet at Lori Harvey right now.
Yeah, tweet her
and tell
right
her
now.
Meek wants her for Christmas.
Why y'all directing this to Lori Harvey though? I got a DM too. If I wanted to do that, I would have just did that.
And by the way, he knows her personally already.
Yeah, hell yeah. I know her from Tiana Teller. I don't know her from dealing with it. Let's clear this. I know her from hanging with Tiana Teller. She's been around me several times. I ain't even used to talk to her. I've been around her 30, 20 times.
Why didn't you
You was
say
egging her
anything?
on purpose?
Because
she pretty. That was the person. Like, I just did a scan through names. Let me see. I'm in a booth. I don't write my raps. I'm doing like, when Drake sent his verse, he sent this shit probably a day before my shit come out. 2 days. I gotta make my verse, and I'm amped up. I'm right there. You know what I mean?
No, but you was saying, why was you ignoring her if you thought she was so fly?
Like,
just saying, that probably was 5 years ago.
Oh,
Was she
got you,
22
got you.
or something like that? Shit, 17, man.
Oh, all right.
30, man. Come on, man. Don't make this interview about no Lori Harvey. For real.
You don't want that headline.
That's gonna be a headline, man. I fucks with Steve
Meek Mill
Harvey,
shoots
man.
a shot.
For real. Stop trying to put me, y'all. That's what this shit is about. Shout out to Breakfast Club. This probably gonna be my last Breakfast Club right here. For real.
You say that every time.
He does say that every time. Every time he says it's gonna be the last one.
Fucking Kaiser, nut ass. Yeah, you gotta do this. I don't like doing this shit right here. Shout out to Kaiser, man. He love y'all. We know that. If you signed to Atlantic, you doing Breakfast Club for sure.
Oh my goodness. All right, it's Meek Mill. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.